Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Atlantis 1957 Cadillac Eldorado Brougham build. And tonight, I know I said in the last video it's time for some primer on that body, but I forgot that we need to assemble our interior and get that all together first before we put the two body halves together. Then we're going to have to tape off the interior before we can do prime and paint. But tonight what we're going to do is we're going to get our bare metal foil here, is what I decided to use on the for trim. And what we're going to do tonight is work on some of these interior pieces. I think I want to start with the door panels. I think what we'll do is we'll take it, according to the pictures I've seen on the internet, all of them are a little bit different. But to give you an idea of what we're going to do, they really don't give you an interior mold line here. There is chrome here that goes here and around where these two sections are. I'm going with the all black interior and exterior, minus the roof is going to be the polished stainless. But we need to get bare metal foil on the controls here. That's actually supposed to be the door handle with the window. That should be the door handle, and these are window switches for the door glass. Excuse me, I can't think tonight. In the middle of our armrest, there is some stainless trim. And also this rib section here is all stainless trim. What I think we're going to do is cut this piece and do these ribbed portions of this door. Now they say in the bare metal foil not to use about 1/8 from each end of it because there's no adhesive there. They say that's normal for the, according to the instructions. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut that there. And I might regret this because that's probably my peel point. That away. But you know, you learn by trying sometimes, so. And what we're going to do is cut the piece big enough, which are going to be about halfway. And what we have to do is peel this back, stick it down, and we need to burnish it, is what they call it. Now for burnishing, I just hit the camera stand, didn't I? Should have some, at least I did. But oh, SpaghettiOs. Oh, there it is. We'll rub it down with some cotton swabs here. Get them over here where I can see them. And they say you don't have to worry about the wrinkles in it. Just when you peel the backing off, try to get it as straight as possible, and then we'll do some burnishing. So now if I haven't totally messed things up by cutting those ends off, and I got a really dull knife, so we're not going to be able to do any cutting. I'm going to have to pull this off the camera in a little bit because my eyes are not the greatest anymore. Look at that. We got a chunk of it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So we're going to take this piece, take the backing off, and carefully try not to crumple it. Oh, look at that. It's a pig's tail. Try not to touch it either. I'm going to pull this off camera so you don't get to see my balding head. Lay it down. It's kind of tricky. It really does curl up. Surprised by that. So, alright. I got it to initially stick down. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at the center, kind of flatten stuff out. Probably hold it from both ends because it is not sticking. Let's do this. Just kind of get it so that it's started anyway. Now, from what I've heard, you can take this stuff, and a lot of guys just, after they get this where they want it burnished down and everything like that, get their panel where they want it to be, and then they gloss coat over it, and I guess it doesn't affect the look. We're going to find out if that's true or not. So we got our piece down. I'm going to take the old cotton swab here and just do some rubbing all around it. I want to make sure it's down nice. Don't want to get too crazy though, because we don't want it to oh yeah, it's filling them grooves in. You can see the detail right there, the little bumps that were there. And you can't hardly even see them at all through with the paint part, but let's get that nice and rubbed down all the way around it. Now the biggest thing they say with this bare metal foil, once you do have it down, you want to use a brand new blade on your X-Acto hobby thing here. Because if you don't, it's going to just rip it. So I want to make sure this is burnished down really good, because I really want a good result on this. I'm all excited just by looking at that right there. Once that's cut around there right like it should be, I think we're gonna be pleased with that, I think. But we gotta get that in between the door halves. Yes. And I'm guessing until we get the clear over it, we're not going to want to touch this a whole lot, because once it is burnished down and everything, I bet from touching it, you could probably peel the stuff right back off. But I am really liking the looks of that right now. I am going to go change my blade, which I should have done before even going on camera. It's if I can find blades. I reorganized my deal here, and I can't find nothing anymore. Put it back in here, maybe. I left it with all this stuff. I really wanted to cut that. Oh, there they are. Why did I stick them with my... ended up putting them in with my drill bits for my pin vise for some reason. Anyways. It was time to change that blade. Oh boy, I need to buy some. I'm going to have 2 left after this. So hopefully we can get through the bare metal foiling on our interior here before we need to purchase blades again. Alright, we got a new X-Acto blade. You'll have to excuse me, I'm still a little under the weather from that last deal. So what I'm going to try to do without messing this up completely, I'm going to go around the perimeter again with the burnish. Then we're going to take our X-Acto and just follow that trim on the outer edge all the way around. Hopefully not messing up our interior any. Um, get it all the way back around there so it don't tear. And with any, if the blade's good and I take my time, we should be able to make something decent out of this. I'm gonna have to cover the camera because, like I said, I can't see very good. I think I'm actually gonna pull it off camera so you don't have to look at the top of my head. I gotta take my glasses off because I don't have the ones with the bifocals. Okay, I like that so far. So far, what they say is correct. A nice sharp blade. Seems to be cutting just fine. And I just need to make the circle around here. Okay, you won't be able to see what I did, but I followed it along the top here to the back door jambs. I rounded out the front here for the front door panel, and then I flipped it and drug the blade. I did not go at a 90, I did it at an angle like pretty much like so, angled it in so it stayed along that body line. Did both sides, and then I basically just went from one end around there, and then from this side I went one end around the other. Now we got to, without destroying our paint here, luckily for me it looks like I might be able to pull this up from here. Okay, good. I did overlap it around a little bit, and we got a lip that I was able to pull up. Now what we're very carefully going to do, because I don't know how well I did, if I got all the way around there cutting, but I'm going to go ahead and start pulling this. And just so you can see, it is following my cut line pretty darn well. But I'm going to just take it as close as I can, pulling slow as I can, because I don't want it to, just in case I didn't cut all the way through, I don't want it to rip and tear. So far that's looking pretty good. Like so. Alright, we're kind of at the end. What I want to try to do is save some of this excess. You'll have to excuse me. Can't speak. But I want to try to save it for the middle of the armrest here and for our handle switch area. But what I'm going to do, oh, that could not have ended up any better. They're correct. You use a new blade, it's the world of difference, let me tell you. So we can go ahead and pull that off. And that's what we got. We got a nice shiny piece of trim right there. Very, 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 very happy with that. So I'm just cutting a little piece of that off there. I'm going to attempt to do, I don't even know which side's the sticky side actually. I think it's this side. Yeah, I got it. I'm going to waste some of the sticky there, but I'll lay this piece right across the armrest. Right in the middle. And hopefully we can get that to land there. Like so. Snip that excess off. I kind of ruined that piece. I think I ruined the rest of that, but all is not lost because we have some more over here. And I'm going to try to take this piece while I'm at it. Snip that off. We're just going to shove that right on to where controls are. And I missed it. Nope, that was a fail. I have to take the old X-Acto knife here and try to do a little bit better. That piece might not be thick enough actually. That piece might not be thick enough. But we did get it in the between here. Get that burnished in between the door panel. Using my thumbnail. Try to do a little bit better job. So let's see if I can do a little better this time. That back door panel. Use our nail to burnish that in there. When you have big fingers, this kind of work is very difficult. I know I'm not a huge guy, but push that in there real good. A lot of excess right here too. And we should succeed a little bit better because this is a thicker piece for the control deal here. Oh yeah, way better. So now we got it on our two door armrests. Where's this down all the way around? I'm gonna have to use the nails on this one. Yeah. This one I think I'm gonna try my best not to poke through it with a toothpick, but maybe just kind of. We'll find out if this is a good idea or not. Maybe we'll dull the toothpick up a little bit. Like so. Just want to make sure that I get the perimeter of that burnished in halfway decent. it'll make it a lot easier to cut, I'm sure. I don't mind that at all. So let's go down here. Toothpick. And the doors. Handle areas. Alright. Now let's see if we can... This is going to be tough because it's very thin. If it doesn't work, we'll have to try it again, but I'm going to go off camera again. Basically what I'm going to do is go above and below as close as I can inside the grooves there so that I get a nice mold line there. I'm going to go around here and pull that off our switch and door handle piece. Boy, I'm really happy with the way that turned out. And then we'll pull it off and see what we got for door panels here. Trim. Excuse me. So, going off camera again. I have to excuse me. Because I just cannot see. This is one of those deals where it'd be nice to have one of those magnifiers that a lot of people use for really precision stuff like this. And this is one of them, gotta have a steady hand, and I really don't. I mean, I'm not terrible shaky, but especially when a person's doing something like this where they know that it just the slightest wrong move is gonna ruin it. The old pressure gets on, you know what I mean? So we'll take this and slowly peel it off, see if we got... Oh yeah, that's coming off nice. Look at that. I hope you guys saw that. Look, we got two really nice pieces of trim there finished up on this door panel. Very, very happy with that. So now let's see if we can't see what we can do to this door. This is gonna be the... They really don't give you a whole lot of bite. I don't know. It's starting to tear a little, or not really tear, but it's starting to get harder to almost see it. Direction this time. Oh, now it's pulling up. Such a small piece, you know. This one might be a bit difficult to... That one I don't think is going to work. It's just so thin. It's almost as though that the edges are staying, but the part that I want to stay is lifting away from it. Yep, the part I wanted to lift away is just not gonna go. So I don't know. We might have to paint that one. That was quite a bit to ask, I think, on that. That was a small very small piece. Let's try it in the back here. Maybe I just didn't have it burnished down good enough. You never know. And I would say no because it's already coming off on this end. But, you know, just to say we tried it. Just to say we put in the effort. Yeah, that one's just not enough for the foil to bite on. See what I mean? It comes up. So that one we're going to have to probably mask off and do a painted line on. But I wanted to try the bare metal foil, and boy am I very happy with the way these two turned out. Get my glasses on so I can see from distance here. Yeah, oh yeah, look at the way that shines. Love it. Anyways, tomorrow night we'll do the other door panel and probably mask that off and try to paint it maybe. So, working on that Cadillac. I want to thank everyone for watching, and we will see you guys next time.